Inspiring, impactful, and transformational. Welcome to Leadership Factory with Shoji Oluwale. Be transformed.
Hi, welcome to Leadership Factory. In today's editions of Leadership Factory, we are continuing on our leadership style series. But today we are going to do something different before we continue on the leadership style. Yet is another exciting episode where we are going to be considering factors that influence leadership styles. Yes, factors that influence leadership style. So you should know that as a leader, you should not just pick a leadership style. A leadership style is influenced by numerous factors. But before then, I want you to know that leadership style is a process, is a system, is a methodology used by a leader to address, challenge, influence people, inspire, motivate, guide, mentor, and help the individual member or team member to achieve the organizational goal. So, our leadership style is very critical and essential if at all you are going to achieve the organizational goal. So, in this episode, we are going to be talking about factors that influence leadership style. So, let's start. First factors that influence leadership style adopted or used by a leader in an organization is the personality of the leader. The personality of the leader usually comes to play in every decisions, in communications, in interactions, in relationship such a leader have with his team or her team. If somebody has dominatory nature, if somebody have autocratic nature, and maybe such a person also or has a short temper, it is going to reflect in how such a person make decisions, how such a person relate with his team, his followers, and other people in an organization. Definitely, such a person is going to quickly like to adopt autocratic system of leadership or autocratic style of leadership. Before we continue these discussions, I would like us to go on 1 minute commercial break. And when we come back, we will outline more of this factor so that you see reasons why you should not just pick a leadership style while you are leading an organization. Thank you. God bless you.
Are you ready to transform your leadership journey and secure your future in business and ministry? Introducing 3 powerful books by renowned leadership expert Shoji Oluwale. Lead. Unlocking your leadership potential. Discover the mindset, skills, and tools to become an effective and influential leader in your field. Understanding legal business structure for business in Nigeria. A must-have guide for entrepreneurs and business owners who wants to build legally compliant and structurally sound successful businesses. Legal strategies for protecting yourself and ministry, empowering pastors and ministry leaders with practical legal wisdom to safeguard their works and calling. Whether you're leading a business, a church, or a movement, these books are your roadmap to purpose, protection, and powerful impact. Get your copies today. Written by Shoji Oluwale, a leadership development consultant, pastor, legal advisor, a certified management consultant who has over 2 decades experience in organizational leadership, management, business, and ministry. Contact us at Ishoji Oroale Global Leadership Consulting, Lagos. For more information, please call +234 8057 924454 or +234 81 6738 Contact us today.
Welcome back to Leadership Factory. I am Isochi Oro Ale. So we are discussing about factors that influence leadership style, and we have talked about the personality of the leader. Now the second thing we want to talk about is the personality of the group member or the team member. Individual team member has different personality as the leader has his own. So if you are going to adopt any leadership style in leading these people, you have to understand them. You have to understand what we call group dynamism, where individuals contribute to the culture of the organization. So you look in-depthly into their character, into their nature, into how they do carry out their assignment. This will help you to be able to determine the kind of leadership style you should adopt. The kind of personality exhibited by the follower in an organization also help in deciding the style to be adopted. For instance, if employees in an organization prefer high need for independency, show readiness to assume responsibility, display interest in problem solving and decision making, then leader doesn't have any option than try to adopt participatory leadership style. Another thing you should consider before you pick any leadership style is the nature of the task. Take for an instance, in Ishoji Oroale Global Leadership Consulting, and comparing to a construction company, the kind of leadership style that will be adopted in these two different organizations is going to be different. Why? In construction company, adherence to rule because of safety, adherence to protocol, adherence to order is critical, so that the people working in such a setting can be saved. But in learning or development focused organizations, coaching style is more likely to be used, participatory style is more likely to be used. But in construction company or construction organizations, authoritative style of leadership is more valuable because of their safety. Now, another thing you should consider why as a leader, before you choose any leadership style, is the nature of the organizations and the environment. The nature of the organizations and environment. So the structure of the organization may determine the kind of leadership to be adopted. For instance, some organizations may put a heavy emphasis on the leader's ability to work effectively with people. At other times, the social, economic, and political pressure that an organization faces prompts certain style of leadership to be followed. What are we saying? What we are saying is that the environment, the structure of organizations determine the kind of leadership style a leader should adopt in a hostile environment where conflict are always involved or happening within members. I tell you, the leader has to really be firm in his decisions in order to stop such an attitude. Now, in another scenario is that in an organization where there are more skilled workers, and in another organization where we have less skilled workers, there's going to be two different style of leadership. In a skilled organizations, participatory or democratic team building leadership style is best. But in unskilled organizations, autocratic have to come into play so that people can adhere, people can work, people can get things done. In an organization whereby people are motivated naturally, you can't use the same style of leadership with other organizations where people are not naturally motivated. Another factor you consider is level of experience. The experience of the leader. If a leader who is leading an organization is very skillful in team building, in motivating, in influencing people, definitely is going to struggle, is going to have a less struggle in motivating people in getting things done. But a leader who is not fast experienced in such an area is going to definitely use other leadership style. So we must take into considerations the nature, the level of leadership experience, the tasks of the organizations, and the personality of the group members and the personality of the leader before we determine the type of leadership style to make use of. So these are the factors that influence leadership style in an organization. A successful leader is a sensitive leader. A successful leader is always sensitive to the influence in various situations and is in a position to determine the right leadership style of an organization, the right leadership style to adopt in an organization for effective leading, effective motivations, effective monitoring, effective development of the potential of the leaders and team member, so that organizational goal can be achieved. Thank you. I am Isoji Orale. Till we see and meet in the next episode.